Hi my loves, welcome back. Today we're diving into a topic that so many of you have been asking me about: how to prevent destiny swapping before it even starts. And this is one of the most important conversations I teach, because prevention is always easier than repair. Okay, and I wish I had a time machine and I could tell 22-year-old Nikki, because that's how old I was when this started, everything that I know now, so that she could circumvent this and avoid it entirely. And if you're listening to this, you're probably someone with a bright path, a rare energy, a feminine essence that's unique to you, and just this light, this timeline, this presence that others can feel, even if you've never spoken it out loud. Okay? And before we dive in, make sure you hit the like, share, and subscribe buttons and tap that notification bell so that you never miss an episode. And if you want to go deeper into my work, join my email list for free at sirensnectar.com/join. At sign up, you will get a complimentary PDF about signs of destiny swapping that also has some really good deep journal prompts in there. And my email list is like my little uncensored corner of the internet. It's a place like no other. Alright, let's get into it. So, when we talk about preventing destiny swapping, we're not talking about playing small or living in fear. We're talking about living in awareness. The same way that when you're walking in the parking lot, don't be on your phone, keep your head on a swivel. You're not afraid, you're just paying attention to what's going on. Same energy, right? Destiny swapping does not happen randomly. These people, these predators, most of them hate working hard. Okay? So, they are very, very selective when they pick a target. They're not just going to choose a random person. Okay? And destiny swapping happens when someone sees your light, your path, and they want the blessings, the beauty, the softness, the radiance, or favor that you naturally carry just by being you without even trying. Because it comes from your soul. Right? And it can also happen when someone, for some reason, they feel entitled to what you've earned, spiritually or otherwise. Or someone believes that they can take shortcuts through you. And prevention is about closing the doors that they look for before they can even find them. So, number one is the biggest mistake that divine feminine women make. And I say a mistake, but it shouldn't be. We should be able to be soft, receptive, intuitive, magnetic, because we just are. But they see it as a vulnerability. And that same openness that makes you powerful, it also makes you visible to people who want to siphon from you, especially if you are a Siren archetype. I will be making an episode or two in the near future about destiny swapping, because I think a lot of the time Sirens are targeted more than any other type of feminine archetype. Okay? And to prevent destiny swapping, you must learn how to be open intentionally, not accidentally, not blindsided, not manipulated. And that means closing your aura when you're in public. This is why, unless it's a very, very hot day, if I go out in public, I wear either, during the summer, I'll wear long pants and a short sleeve. Okay? I'm covering something. Either my arms, my legs, or both. And my chi-chis are not out. My culo is not out. I'm covered. Not to hide my body in a fearful way, but that's my way of closing my aura. It's a layer of protection. Okay, glamour magic goes so far beyond just looking pretty for a damn man. Okay? You are a woman, most likely, if you're attracted to my content. You have jewelry, you have clothes, you have makeup, you have perfume, fragrances, shoes. Like, you have tools in your closet that you can use to protect yourself. Okay? Research using glamour magic for protection. Second one is not oversharing your dreams with people who have not earned access, or they're being too nosy. People that want to pick your brain. If you're going to let them pick your brain and take some ideas from you, you better send them a booking link and a payment link. Don't let them pick your brain for free and also take your ideas. No. Another way to protect your energy is not letting everyone into your emotional field. Okay? In a perfect world, we would be able to open up emotionally to strangers on the street. But we don't live in a perfect world. I don't cry in public. This may change. I doubt it because I am a Capricorn moon. But as of this moment, you will never see a video online, if I can help it, of me crying. I might go on a rant, but you're not going to see me spiraling. And when I'm upset, I go in my room, I lock my door, and I have a fit. I vent. I talk to God. I journal. I cry. Or I go in my spirit room and lock the door and go crazy and spiral and vent to my spirits. I don't let random people into my most vulnerable moments. I'm very selective about who sees me at a weak point. Okay? And also not giving people spiritual permission through pity, guilt, or empathy. Your empathy is a portal, and you must choose who gets to walk through it. Because not everyone deserves it. That's just the reality. Part number 3 is very big, especially online. People don't realize how much of your destiny is encoded in your identity. Your name, your birthday, your photos, your voice, your handwriting, your creations, your rituals, your desires, your beauty, your pain, your story. These are all things that are unique to you, and they are all energetic signatures. And predators, especially spiritual ones, they look for signatures that they can mimic, copy, or hijack. So what does prevention look like? Not posting every detail of your life online. Okay? Especially when it comes to your finances and your blessings. I do not recommend posting a picture of your brand new luxury car or the brand new house that you bought. You know, that little trend where people will stand in front of their new house holding the keys. That is like jackpot to any type of predator, because they can reverse image search and find your house. And they can also zoom in on that image and copy your key. And also from a spiritual standpoint, it's inviting evil eye. Should you be able to celebrate your accomplishments online? Yes. And there are people like me who see that content, and I'm cheering for you. I'm happy for you. Especially if I know the person is a good person and they've worked hard and they finally manifested it. I am the biggest cheerleader. But not everyone is like that. Okay? So, if you got a blessing, don't post it online. Ever. Second one, not telling people your manifestations before they're rooted. Unless you know for a fact that you can really trust them, and they've proven that. Okay? If it's a trustworthy elder, confide in them. Maybe they can give you some advice on that goal that you have. Other than that, keep it between you, God, and your spirits. Third one is don't give strangers access to your voice notes, your handwriting, or personal rituals. This one I'm not really super worried about, except for the personal rituals. I don't do that much private ritual work anymore. It's very limited every month. I only take a certain amount of people. But when I did, because that's my job, I had to post footage of my spells online, right? To show what I do. But if that's not you, don't show your spells. Don't show your altars. Do not post your Bovana online. I don't care how beautiful it is. I don't care how amazing it looks. That's great. And I'm so proud of you. But that is a sacred space. And there's a lot of nasty things that these evil practitioners will try to do using that picture of your altar. It's like giving the enemy a key to your house. Don't do it. And also not letting people study you too closely. Like if they start asking too many questions, just say, oh, so-and-so is calling me, I gotta hang up, I'll call you back, and hang up. Those types of lies are okay. If you don't feel comfortable flat out saying to this person, I don't feel comfortable answering that. Okay, because I know some people, especially women, we have a difficult time setting boundaries. Okay, so just say you gotta hang up. Or say you have an errand you have to run. Make up an excuse to get the hell out of Dodge. If they start interrogating you, you do not have to, unless it is something under the law. Some type of legally binding thing, you do not have to answer questions just because someone is curious. Okay? Mystery is protection. Privacy is protection. Discernment is protection. And the energetic approach that I want you to have is not a fearful one. I've said in almost every video about destiny swapping that I've ever made that my biggest mistake was giving my power away. I don't want y'all to do that. Okay? The energetic approach here is awareness. Is it right that we have to take these precautions, spiritual and otherwise? No, it sucks. It's annoying. But we don't live in a perfect world. Okay? The fourth part, this one is a hard truth, but I'm going to say it gently. Most, and I can tell you this from experience, most destiny swapping attempts begin with emotional access. Not magic, not rituals, not spells. Access. Someone gets close to you through trauma bonding, venting, emotional intimacy. Y'all connect. Right? Or in my case, with both of the people that tried to do this to me, I went to them for help. For spiritual assistance. And they completely took advantage of it. And once these people are in, they start siphoning. Okay? Prevention means you stop letting people bond with you through wounds, whether those be your wounds, theirs, or both. I was vulnerable, but at 22 years old, I didn't know anything. Even though I was doing my best to do it, I didn't know what inner work was. I didn't know how to heal. I didn't know what trauma bonding was. I just knew I came across this psychic who could allegedly do an ancestor reading and connect me with my deceased father that just passed away. I should have done more research on this psychic. On both of them, actually. But I didn't even know you were supposed to do that. I was so early on my path. And they took advantage of those wounds. The next part is very, very important. And this, and also minimizing the emotional contact and interaction with this person, are the most important. And the next portion is about spiritual hygiene, cleansing. Okay, destiny swapping thrives in chaos, exhaustion, and spiritual neglect and laziness. And you prevent this by staying spiritually clean, grounded, and connected. This includes daily cleansing if necessary, cord maintenance. That basically means doing cord cuttings regularly, aura sealing, grounding rituals and root chakra healing, ancestor communication and veneration, closing portals you didn't open, blessing your home, blessing your path, blessing yourself, just having a good spiritual routine. You don't wait until you're under attack to protect yourself. That's like trying to install a burglary alarm when he already just broke your window. And you're sitting there trying to say to the burglar, hey, can you wait a minute? Can you let me install this alarm real quick? Yeah. Prevention. What's that old saying? Like, prevention is worth a pound of cure or something? It's easier to prevent something or stay on top of it than to let it build up and then address it. And it is so much easier and less exhausting and annoying. And also, this is where self-care comes in. Spiritual hygiene and maintenance is self-care. The same way that you brush your teeth, you mop your floors, you wash your dishes, you wash your body. You also need to wash and cleanse your aura on a regular basis. Okay? And the next part is something that most women don't want to hear, but it's the truth. You're not being targeted because you're weak. You're being targeted because you're powerful. And my spirits would tell me that when I was in the thick of it. And I used to get so irritated. And I don't get upset with my spirits. Right? But I would get upset when they would say that, because I'm sitting there, I'm like, my life feels like the Twilight Zone. This power that you're telling me that I have, my life does not reflect that. And I damn sure, because of that, I don't feel powerful right now. So respectfully, what the fuck are you talking about? But people don't siphon from the empty, from the trash, from the bottom. They siphon from the abundant. People don't try to steal the destiny of someone with no favor and no je ne sais quoi. They go after the ones who are blessed, especially the ones that don't even see it. Your beauty, your softness, your intuition, your divine feminine energy, these are currencies in the spiritual world and also on earth. And predators want access to that currency. And prevention means you stop seeing yourself as randomly attacked and start seeing yourself as a high-value woman in the spiritual and physical realms. Because that's what you are. That's what I am. That's what I've always been. That's who I was meant to become. It's just at 22, I didn't know that. I cared about much more superficial things when I was 22 than my spiritual rank. Okay? But it was still there. The next part is your identity, your boundaries, and your embodiment. And the truth is, destiny swapping only works when someone can imitate you, which that you can't really control, you know. But what you can control, if someone is relentlessly copying you, like obsessively, don't have that person around you. Don't talk to them. Don't be friends with them. If it's someone online, block them. They will create other accounts. They will stalk you online. You know, you can't stop someone from copying you, but there are certain things that you can do to protect yourself, protect your beauty, protect your work, your content, your intellectual property, copyrights, you know, all that kind of stuff. Destiny swapping only works when people can confuse your energy, override your boundaries, or step into a role that you abandoned. So the deepest prevention is embodying your identity so deep that no one can copy it. They can't truly copy anything about you. Not even a post that you make online. Even if they copy and paste it, word for word, that post will not have the same frequency as yours. Okay? So, I don't want you to get so caught up on the copying aspect. It's more about them trying to actually derail you. But leave with this truth. No one can be you. They just can't. And you can strengthen this by knowing who you are, what you deserve, knowing your path. You might not know where you're wanting to go or where you need to go. We all have those seasons where we feel that way. But you can, journal and make a list of at least 3 desires that you have in your life. And then focus on those and go from there. And then take that and say, okay, these are my desires. How does this connect to my purpose? Right? Knowing your worth, knowing your voice, your power, your boundaries, and enforcing your boundaries. Everyone thinks that boundaries is all about the other person. And I understand what it feels like when you express a boundary and someone deliberately ignores it and crosses it. I know how that hurts. Because you're like, dude, I just told you. Please don't do this to me or this makes me uncomfortable. And you did it anyway. It's a slap in the face. But at the end of the day, you cannot control anyone else. What you can control is who you do and don't give access to. If that person repeatedly crosses your boundaries, that's telling you that you setting the boundary isn't working. And a boundary without a consequence, if violated, is not a boundary. So the solution is, if they keep crossing your boundaries, cut them off. And this will help you to stay rooted in yourself, because you will no longer be betraying yourself. And that sovereignty these people will never have. Not anytime soon. Okay? If this episode resonated, and if you feel like you've been drained, siphoned, spiritually attacked, or if you want to make sure you're protected before anything even starts, join my email list at sirensnectar.com/join. I send deep teachings, channeled messages, special offerings, and so much more. It's my little special uncensored corner of the internet. And if you're ready to go all the way into this work, to learn how destiny swapping really works, how to stop it, reclaim your path, and how to protect your timeline permanently with knowledge that's evergreen and that you can use for the rest of your life, because I don't teach trendy spirituality. My course called Destiny Swapping, Reclaim Your Sacred Path is open for enrollment. It's not viewable yet. It's on early bird pricing and pre-sale. The course will launch July 16th. And you can learn more at sirensnectar.com/destiny. Afterpay is available at checkout. And I decided that because this course is so deep and intense and thorough, I am going to be giving y'all 2 complimentary readings when you enroll in this course. Usually it's only 1, but for this one, this work is so special to me. I want to be able to connect with you at the beginning of the course and also at the end. So you'll get a reading before you start the course, so you have a general idea of where Spirit wants you to put your focus when it comes to your destiny, and then a reading at the end to reinforce that and how to keep that good momentum going. Okay? So you'll get 2 free spiritual readings when you sign up for this course. And this course is the system that I built from years of surviving spiritual interference, energetic attacks and siphoning attempts, and just timeline hijacking. You know, people just trying to mess with me in my path. And despite their best efforts, I'm still here. And these people, both of them that tried to destiny swap with me, tried to take me out. Especially in the beginning. And one of them even threatened to unalive me multiple times. I'm still here. And I've packaged everything that I know into this course. And I'm going to take what I went through and turn it into something beautiful for the Divine Feminine. It's the most important work that I've ever created. And I'm so ready to share it with y'all. I love you so much. Stay protected, stay powerful, believe in yourself. Okay? They're trying to destiny swap with you. You are so important, and you have so many blessings coming, and God has so much in store for you, that someone is doing fucking brujeria to try to take that from you. Because they feel like God chose you over them, and you're the favorite child. But, I mean, given their character, that's probably true, actually. And they hate it. They have daddy issues with God, and they're mad. But let them be mad, and you focus on little old you, okay? I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.